turn back to Afghanistan and, in particular, the focus of our program this morning, which is the situation for the Afghan interpreters who risk their own lives to help U.S. forces in Afghanistan. You and your longtime diplomatic colleague, Ryan Crocker, wrote a letter to Secretary of State Blinken recently urging him to dramatically accelerate the issuance of visas for these Afghani interpreters. How do you think that's going? And what do you think is going to be the cost for us in terms of America's reputation if we can't get those people who risk their lives for us out of the country?
Well, I think we have a moral obligation to individuals who shared risk and hardship alongside our soldiers on the battlefield. These are battlefield interpreters by and large. For 2 or more years, that's the criteria to apply for a special immigrant visa. And not only that, they risk their own lives and the lives of their family members as well, because the Taliban generally know who they are. They're tracking them down. There have been a lot of assassinations. Hundreds of them have been killed in recent years. They're in a desperate situation. And with our forces leaving, and with the embassy already having drawn down its forces, and now in a COVID lockdown, needless to say, there has not been much progress on the processing of the special immigrant visas in recent months. Ambassador Crocker, again, my great battlefield comrade during the surge in Iraq, and I wrote that letter a couple of months ago, and we're not aware of any really substantial progress in that time. There have been trickles of special immigrant visas approved. A few folks have made it here and have been greeted by those who are already here and so forth. But again, against a number of some 18,000 times a certain number of family members, you can see the magnitude of the problem is not small. And so I didn't at that time necessarily support a big airlift, but it is looking as if to meet the policy decision that the president has announced now, which is that we will not leave them behind, it's not going to be business as usual. And I don't think the normal process is going to accelerate sufficiently in the course of the next month or two so that we can get them all to the United States with the visa that they have earned.
That's a powerful